This project today should hopefully be a simple one. We've got a remote control for a fan that no longer functions. So I've opened up the back, looked in the battery compartment, and as you would suspect, the batteries leaked all over the compartment and created some corrosion on the battery contacts. So what we're going to do, remove the batteries, inspect the battery compartment, and see if we can save this device. Assembly looks fairly simple on this device. It's got 4 screws holding the covers together, so we'll unscrew the back. With the back open, we can now look at everything, and we can see the oxidization better on the contacts, and we can see how the contacts are attached to the housing. They're just simply slid in a little slot there, so we can easily get this apart. So we'll take out the one set of contacts. The other set of contacts are attached to the circuit board, which is loose. It's just compressed between the two halves when it's all assembled. So we'll lift that out. Looking over the circuit board, we can see the oxidization on the contacts. It doesn't look too bad, so I think we're going to be able to fix this pretty easily. We can see how the contacts are soldered onto the circuit board, and I really don't want to go through the trouble of desoldering it if I don't have to. So I think what we'll do is try a chemical solution to clean these contacts up, and then once all the nasty stuff is off, and by the way, the nasty stuff is the chemical coming out of the battery is sodium hydroxide, and the white crystalline structure is sodium carbonate. It's kind of a nasty chemical if you've got sensitive skin. You certainly don't want to get it on your hands or anything. So I would recommend wearing rubber gloves while you're messing around with this. Now what we'll do is we'll mix up our solution. It's a 50-50 solution of plain old white vinegar and plain old water. And I'm going to mix it up in a small cup, a little container. I believe it was formerly a container of chocolate pudding, one of my favorite desserts. And with that solution, we'll put the contact in there. That's the loose one. And the one with the contact that is attached to the circuit board, we will suspend the circuit board above the solution with a third hand, and we will let the contacts soak in the solution. Once in there, you'll see some bubbling occurring. That sodium carbonate is a very strong base, and whereas the vinegar is acidic. So they're kind of fighting each other in there, and we're going to let it do its business. We'll keep checking on it every couple of 5 minutes or so, see if it looks like most of the white icky stuff is gone, and if it is, we'll pull it out at that time. Once it looks like everything's pretty well taken care of with the solution, we will take the components out, give them a quick rinse in plain old water, and set them aside. We'll repeat the cleaning process on the plastic components as well. Now what we'll do is we'll dry off the circuit board and the contacts, look them over very carefully, make sure that they're not oxidized too bad where they're beyond repair or beyond saving, and then we'll also take a look at them under a microscope. Here with the microscope, I can see that for the most part, the contacts are in really good shape. There's some oxidization, but I don't think this will affect it at all. Now I'm going to take these out to my other shop, blow them off with an air gun, make sure they're thoroughly dry, and we'll come back in and reassemble everything. One tip here is you should always try to take photographs of these things as you take them apart. That helps you have a good reference for putting it all back together again. So we'll put the contact in, the circuit board, and clip the little contacts in the right locations in the battery compartment. Put the two halves together, tighten up the 4 screws, and we'll give it a test drive. Putting in a fresh set of batteries, I took it over to the fan, hit the button, the fan worked perfectly. So we saved ourselves this remote control. Odds are really good you couldn't buy a replacement for it, and so it was a good save. It was a good project. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I look forward to doing other projects with you in the future. Thanks for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed what you saw, maybe learned something, or at least gained some insight. In the future, I would love to add a lot more video content in one of the many different subjects that I'd like to cover on this channel. As you could see, we cover a lot already, a lot of different woodworking stuff, robotics, electronics, CNC, 3D printing, and so on. We're hoping, with your help, that we can grow this channel to something extraordinary. It would help us out immensely, and of course yourself, because you'd be provided more content, if you would subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and most importantly, suggest to your friends they check out this channel. Hopefully we can all grow together and have a great community here of fellow makers sharing information. Thanks again for watching.